Okay, balancing a redox equation. How we can balance a redox equation? In the last session, I wrote some points. I will rewrite again because of the shortage of the time. I was quickly going through that points. Look, if you want to balance a redox equation, or combining oxidation and reduction half equations, in acidic and acidic medium. First, it is acidic. Alkaline, only one more step is there. So we will discuss that as well. But first, how you should learn how to balance a redox equation in acidic medium. So what are the steps which we will follow to balance a redox equation? We will identify the oxidation and reduction half equation. That's the first thing. Like we'll identify which change is oxidation, which one is reduction. Then we'll separately balance them. And if we first we start with oxygen. So to balance oxygen, we will add water, H2O. The third one, to balance hydrogen, we will add protons, H plus. Then we will balance other elements. After that, balance the charge by adding electron, because when you add electron is a negative charge, so the charge will reduce. So always add the electron where the charge is bigger. Then make number of electron same and combine the two equations. So I was giving example, like we have, or we want to write a balance equation when manganate ion changes to in which manganate ion, manganese is +7. This is a molecular ion manganate, and it changes into manganese 2 plus or +2. And we have iron 2 ion, it changes into iron 3 ion. So these are the two equations. So first thing, we have to identify the oxidation and the reduction half equation. Like which changes oxidation, which changes reduction. So the first equation, when you write the oxidation number, Mn is +7, one oxygen is -2, 4 oxygen will be -8. So Mn +7 change to Mn +2, that is reduction. And +2 change to +3, increase in oxidation number, so that is oxidation. So we have oxidation and reduction half equations. Now we are balancing. So separately you will balance. First it is Mn O4 with a charge -1 change to Mn2 plus or +2. To balance oxygen, first identify oxidation and reduction, of that is done. To balance oxygen, add water. How many oxygen are there on my left hand side? How many oxygen are there on the left hand side? So we have 4 oxygen on the left hand side. So we should add the same number of water molecule. So this is the original equation. So we should add 4 water molecules, but on the other side, so we add 4 H2O. So when we add 4 water molecules, addition of the 4 water molecule, what it did, it balances oxygen. But when we add water molecules, now the hydrogen is not balanced. 4 multiplied by 2, 8 hydrogen. So to balance hydrogen, what we do, we add protons. And how many protons we should add? We should add 8 protons because 8 hydrogens are there. So we add 8 protons. Then balance other elements. Other element is Mn, that is already balanced. It is 1 here, we've left 1 on the right. Then to balance a charge, add electron. Now, what is the total charge on the left hand side? Look, 1 hydrogen is +1. So 8 hydrogen will be +8. And this whole molecule is -1. So +8 -1, the total charge on the left hand side of this equation is +7. And what is the total charge on the right hand side? Water is a neutral molecule. Mn is 2 plus or +2. So the total charge is 2 plus or +2. So the charge is not balanced. Now, we have to balance the charge, like both sides we should have same charge. So if left hand side is +7, right hand side should also be +7, or if right hand side is +2, left hand side should be +2. But we have to balance charge by adding electron. So which side I should add electron? Because electron is negative. Basically, how I can get +2? If +7 -5, so what I will get? I will get +2. So basically, I should add electron to a side where I want to reduce the charge. That is why I will add 5 electrons on the left hand side, because adding 5 electron, what it will make, +8 -1 -5. So the total charge will be +2. So +2 on the left hand side and +2 on the right hand side. Is it clear? How to balance this half equation? First we balance the half equation and then we will write the full equation. Is it clear till now? Is it clear? Now for iron, which is Fe, so the original equation is Fe, which is +2, changes to Fe +3. So we don't have any oxygen, so we don't have to add water. We don't have any hydrogen here, so we don't have to add proton. Other element is already balanced, iron. Then we have to balance the charge. Here the charge is +2 or 2 plus, and charge is 3 plus. So we always add electron to a side where the charge is bigger. So electron will reduce the charge. So we should add 1 electron. So the charge is also balanced. But when we write a combined equation, we should have equal number of electron loss and gain. So here at this point, 5 electrons it gain, but it is losing only, iron is losing only 1. So we cannot write a balance equation, combine the equation. How we combine the oxidation or reduction half equation? By making the number of electrons same. So to make the number of electrons same, this is 5, this is 1. So I will multiply this equation by 5. So when I multiply this equation by 5, the new equation will be 5 Fe +2 changes to Fe +3 or 3 plus 5 Fe 3 plus 5 electron. And then we have to combine. So Fe cancel, the Fe +2 and +3 is there, but electron number cancel, and the rest what we are left with is the final equation. So on the left hand side, what we are left with? We are left with 8 protons. We are left with MnO4 with a charge -1. We are left with 5 Fe +2 And on the right hand side, we are left with Mn2 plus or plus 2. We are left with 4 water molecules and we are left with 5 Fe3 plus. This is a balancing of a redox equation in acidic medium. Is it clear? Any doubt in this part? Another example for writing a redox equation in acidic medium. We are all, the examples are in acidic medium. Only small change is there in alkaline medium and one more extra step is there. Rest all the steps are same. Example, you have MnO4 with a charge -1 change to MnO2, manganese 4 oxide. And again, iron is there, which is +2 change to iron 3. You want to write a balanced redox equation. First thing you should identify which one is oxidation, which one is reduction. So one oxygen is -2, 4 oxygen will be -8. So this should be +7. And in manganese 4 oxide, one oxygen is -2, 2 oxygen will be -4. So manganese will be +4. So manganese +7 change to +4. So this equation is reduction. And iron +2 change to +3, that this changes oxidation. So we identify oxidation and reduction half equations. But after identification, we have to write a combined equation for this reaction when manganese 4 oxide convert manganate ion produce manganese 4 oxide. So if I take one of them, first I'm taking the reduction one. So we have MnO4 with a charge -1 changes into MnO2. Now, look, first thing we balance or try to balance oxygen. But the problem here, example, if I try to, like normal equation, if I try to balance oxygen, if I put 2 here, so oxygen is balanced. But what happened? Manganese is not balanced. When I put 2 here, now manganese is balanced, oxygen is not balanced. So if I put 4 multiplied by 2, 8. So if I put 8 here, sorry, 4 multiplied by 2, 8. So we need 8 oxygen. So I will put 4 here, 4 multiplied by 2, 8 oxygen. But now manganese is not balanced. When I put 4 here, manganese is balanced, oxygen is not balanced. So in this equation, we have a constraint that when we try to put a number before a compound, we cannot balance oxygen. That is why for redox equation, first thing you try to balance, if both side you have a compound having oxygen, so you try to put a number before that compound to balance oxygen. But because there's a constraint here that if you try to balance oxygen, you cannot balance manganese. If you try to balance manganese, you cannot balance oxygen. That's why we cannot put any number before them. So we will not do this thing. Now to balance oxygen, what we will do, we will add water. How many water molecules I should add? On the left hand side, we have 4 oxygen. On the right hand side, we have 2 oxygen. So how many water molecule I should add here? So we'll add 2 water molecules, and on the right hand side, I will add 2 water molecules. So that will make oxygen balance. But because of that, the proton number, hydrogen we have to balance. So 4 multiplied by 2, 8 hydrogen. So I will put 8 protons to balance hydrogen. Then we balance the other element. The other element is manganese, which is 1 both sides, so that is balanced. So this equation is balanced in terms of oxygen, hydrogen, and other elements. What about the charge? When we write the charge, 1 hydrogen is +1, 8 hydrogen will be +8. So +8 minus 1, that's +7. And on the right hand side, they're neutral. Manganese is neutral, water is neutral, so overall it is 0. So which side I should add electrons? Okay, about the hydrogen, sorry, 4 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 is 4. That's right. Good, you pointed out this. So that is +4. +4 minus 1, that is +3. So we have +3 on the left hand side, we have 0 on the right hand side. So how many electrons we should add, and which side we should add electron? Left first, which side we should add electron? Left or right? So on the left hand side, and how many electrons we should add? We should add 3 electrons. So electron is balanced. And the other half equation, when iron 2 was changing into iron 3, we already did. So here it is +3. So we add electrons to balance the charge. Now, one of the equation, as you can see, the one of the equation having 3 electron, the other equation only 1 electron. So you multiply by 3. So this will be 3, 3, and 3. And then we write a balance equation, combine the two. So when we write a balance equation for this, so it is 3 electrons, 4 protons, MnO4 with a charge -1 changes into MnO2 plus 2H2. 3Fe2 plus or plus 2, 3Fe plus 3 plus 3E. When you combine the two equation, electron will cancel with electron. So the final equation, what we are left with, we are left with 4 protons, we are left with MnO4 with a charge -1. We are left with 3 iron ion plus 2 changes to MnO4, sorry, MnO2 plus 2H2O plus 3Fe plus 3. Is it clear, this example? Another equation, if we have H2SO4 changes into sulfur, and we have iodide ion changes into iodine molecule. So if you want to write a balance or a redox equation, we will separate the oxidation and reduction half. One hydrogen is +1, so two hydrogen will be +2. One oxygen is -2, so four oxygen will be -8, so sulfur will be +6. And here sulfur is 0. So +6 change to 0. If +6 change to 0, that is reduction. And -1 change to 0, that is oxidation. So we have both oxidation and reduction half equations. Now, when we write for H2SO4, a balance equation, in which it changes to sulfur. So first we balance, because there's no oxygen on the other side, so we can not put a number. We directly add water to balance oxygen. So we add 4 water molecules. And to add 4 water molecules, 4 multiplied by 2, 8 proton, 8 hydrogen, and 2 are already there. So how many I will add? I will add 6. Because the 2 are already there, that's why I add 6. Then the charge, this is a neutral molecule. So total charge is due to protons, and here this is 0. So where I should add electron, I should add electrons on this side as well, and 6 electron to make it neutral. So the equation is balanced. What about iodine equation? It is -1 change to iodine molecule. There is no oxygen, there is no hydrogen, so we just balance the element. First, iodine is 2, so iodine I put 2, so iodine is balanced. Then about the charge, 1 iodine is -1, 2 iodine -2. This will be 0. So where I should add, because 0 is greater than -2, so I should add electrons on the right hand side. So one equation we have 6 electron, another equation we have 2 electron. That is why we will multiply this equation by 3 to make the number of electrons same. And we will write first the 2 equations before adding. So we have 6 electrons for the first equation, plus 6 protons are there, plus H2SO4 gives sulfur, plus 4 water molecule. And for iodide, 2 iodide, this is multiplied by 3, because to make the number of electrons same. So 3 multiplied by 2, 6 iodine on the left hand side, 3 iodine on iodine molecule, plus 6 electrons. Then we combine the 2 equations by adding the 2 equations. So the electron will cancel with electron. So we are left with 8 protons, 6 protons, H2SO4, 6 iodine changes into sulfur, plus 3 iodine molecule, plus 4 H2. Oh, is it clear? This equation, the balance equation, when sulfuric acid reacted with iodine. Is it clear? Now, how to write equation, how to convert this equation into alkaline medium or a basic medium. This is balancing a redox equation in acidic medium. So for alkaline medium, what we will do, alkali means OH. So we will add protons. balancing in alkaline medium, what we will do, follow the same steps. So follow the same steps which you did for acidic medium. At the last, add OH hydroxide ion, same as number of protons. That's the only thing. Like example, when we balance the previous equation, that equation is in acidic medium, like 6 protons plus sulfuric acid. So we were having the equation in which we are having 6 protons plus sulfuric acid H2SO4 plus 6 iodine and that gives sulfur plus 8 water molecules, four water molecules, like, yeah, 4 water molecules were there and 3 iodine molecules. This is the equation in acidic medium. Now what we will do, we will complete as we did in acidic medium, but one more step for alkaline medium. What we do, we add OH. Balancing in alkaline medium, follow the same steps did for acidic medium. At the last, add OH both sides, same as number of the proton. So how many protons are there? So we have 6 protons. So what I will do, I will add 6 OH both sides. So when I add 6 OH both sides, so what will form, what it will form, HNOH, it will form water. So how many water molecule it will form? It will form 6 water, because 1 hydrogen and 1 H plus and 2 hydroxide, 6 hydroxide ion and 6 hydroxide ion, hydrogen ion and hydroxide ion result in a formation of 6 water molecules. So there will be 6 water molecule. This will be H2SO4. This will be 6 iodide ions and sulfur plus 4 water molecule plus 6 OH ion plus 3 iodine molecule. But you can see water is same both sides. Like there, you cannot have an equation in which you have a substance as a reactant or a product. So the side where you have water, more water molecule, that side you will move the remaining water molecule. So if these 4 water molecule move toward the reactant side, so the final equation will become 2 water molecules, 6 minus 4, that is 2 water molecule plus H2SO4, 6 iodide ion, sulfur plus 6 OH plus 3I2. Is it clear? The final equation that is in alkaline medium. Is it clear? This equation. So the acidic equation converted into means redox equation in acidic medium. we have proton in alkaline medium, we add OH both side. Any doubt in this? Why the 6 water molecule become 2? Like here we have 6 H2O. Look, this meaning of the arrow is like equal to of the mathematical equation. So when 4 will move other side, it will become -4. So it will become 6 H2O minus 4 H2O. So 6 H2O minus 4 H2O, that will become 2 H2O. Is it clear? For the half equation, for yeah, if we add 2 electrons on the left hand side, look what will happen. You have this equation. If I add 2 electrons here, what it become, the total charge here, because one electron is -1, 2 electron will be -2, and 1 iodine is -1, 2 iodine is -2. So the total charge is -4, and molecule, the total charge is 0. So that equation is not balanced in terms of charge. That is why when we are writing the electrons, we always add electron to a side where we have greater charge. So -2 and 0, so we should add electron on this side. So that will become -2. Is it clear? Why on the left hand side we are not adding electron? Because if we add electron on the left hand side, it means the charge will further reduce. Is it clear this point? Same way, if this was the equation, like this was the equation for us, the first one, and we want to balance this in alkaline medium. So if I want to balance this equation in alkaline medium, I already have the balance equation in which I have 4 protons, MnO4 with a charge -1 plus 3Fe plus 2 gives MnO2 plus 2H2O plus 3Fe plus 3. So what we will do, we will add OH both sides. But how many OH I should add? I should add 4 OH. So now the equation will become 4 water molecules, MnO4 with a charge -1, 3Fe plus 2 changes to MnO2 plus 2 water molecule plus 3Fe plus 3 plus 4 OH. But you can see 4 water molecule and 2. So this will move other side. Then the final equation will be 2 water molecules, MnO4 -1 plus 3Fe plus 2 changes to MnO2 plus 3Fe plus 3 plus 4 OH. Is it clear? This is an alkaline medium. Any doubt? How you know how many hydroxide you should add? According to the number of the proton, H plus. If there are 4 protons, add 4 OH. In the previous, there were 6 protons, so I should add 6 OH according to the proton number. But normally they ask balance in acidic medium, or even if they say write a balance equation, they did not mention the medium. So you will always consider it is acidic medium until unless they mention it is alkaline. Any question or a doubt related to the class? So I'll end the session and share this recording with you.